What's up guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. In today's video I'll be showing you guys how to join your shadow facing just like this, as you guys can see right here. And if I turn this to the back, you can see what I have in the back. I only use gum to hold it down. So if I place my front panel on top of this, just like what I have here, if I place my front panel on top of this is the right side, you can see if I place my front panel just like this, and I fold my shoulder like this, you see, just drag this down enough, make sure it's accurate, and I fold my shoulder like this. You can see this is exactly what I'm going to be having, and all I have to do is just to like pipe the neck and do the finishing. So in this video I'll be taking you guys through the process of doing this. So let's go straight to the video, and I want to say a huge thank you to the people that are subscribed to the channel. Thank you guys so much. The next thing for subscribing to the channel, here on the screen is a picture of a goat, just to say thank you. All right, without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. So here, as you can see, is my fabric. I already do the cutting. Just in case you don't know how to do this, a video will be in the description below, or you can just check my video gallery how to cut a senator. So once you get to this stage, just take away the front panel. We are working on the back panel, so pay good attention to this. This is the fabric that I will be using. If you want to use a shadow facing, the fabric that you're going to use has to contradict the fabric itself. Like it has to like be opposite. Like if assuming I'm making a black fabric, a yellow fabric, right? The fabric that I'm going to use inside is going to be maybe like a black background. You can see this one is a white background with some touch of black, right? If I'm doing a yellow, it's going to be a black background with some touch of yellows and something that will pop the design up. That's the major process. It has to like kind of like contradict the fabric you are using in order to pop it up. So here is the fabric that we are going to be using, as you can see right here. So now I'm just going to fold this fabric into two, just like this. I'm going to place it under my bodice. You can see under my bodice, and I'm going to place my bodice above it. Make sure the edge align together. That's very, very important. The two edge of the fabric, the main bodice and the shadow facing, it has to align together very, very well. You can see here, make sure it's aligned. You can see what I have there. Take your time and control the fact that it's going to align very, very well. That's important. That's very, very important. And once you get that, the next thing the purpose of this thing is to make sure it cover the entire neck circumference, right? So it has to be longer than the finishing of our neck in the front panel. It has to be longer than that, so that after your taping, the only thing they are going to see in the front is the design fabric, which is the shadow facing. So once you get that and it's longer than your neck hole, you can simply cut this out, just like this here. Easy. Just cut it out, and also at the edge, the shoulder line, I'm going to cut that part out also. So once I'm done cutting that part out, at this back side, you can simply cut it out straight, or you can do basically any design at this place. You can make it curve, you can make it any shape you want. But here, I'm just going to cut a straight cut at this place. The breeze is affecting what I'm doing. So I'm just going to, you can see just like this, I'm going to slim it down. And here also, I'm going to trim out a little bit at this edge. So I'm going to have a straight fabric. So this is what I'm going to be having inside of the kaftan. You see that? So once I get that, let me just put the front panel aside. Let me work with the back panel. So here on the back panel, this is the right side. It is going to be on the wrong side of your fabric, on the wrong side. So you don't apply it to the back, to the right side of your fabric. So on the wrong side, this is exactly how it's going to be, right? Exactly how it's going to be. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to fold each of the edges, just like this. Fold all of the edges, fold all of the edges in every part of it. You can see, go ahead and fold it, then we can simply align it to the back panel. So let me take this to the ironing table. Don't stress yourself, just fold it. You don't have to do too much. So here is what I'm going to be having after folding. You see here, just to fold, just fold all the edges round. So after folding, I'm going to simply align it to the neck area and make sure it is balanced very, very well. You see what I have here? Make sure it is balanced. You see what it's looking like. Take your time, align it very well. This is exactly the final result we want to get. So now, in order to hold it together with the fabric, I'm going to be using an hemming gum, just an hemming gum. So at each of the edges, I'm going to simply put the hemming gum and simply iron it down and make sure the hemming gum actually melts inside the fabric so that it's going to hold the two fabric together, right? Just take your time, aim all of it round and simply iron it down. So let me go ahead and do that and show you guys the results we are going to be getting. If you hem it in the front, also iron it at the front, like the front part of the fabric itself. Let me show you. So this is what I'm going to be having after hemming it, after ironing, like gumming the, and at the back also, I'm going to iron that back also. So it's going to like, the hemming gum is going to melt very well inside the fabric. So this is what I'm going to be having. You see that? Very easy, not that difficult. Just in case, you can run a stitch in order to hold it together with the fabric and make it permanent. Or if you use an original hemming gum, you don't have to hold the fabric. So now the next thing is to align our label. So in the center, all you have to do is just to fold your edge exactly how you're going to have it at the end. At both edges, that's where you're going to simply place your logo, your label. So on this one, I'm just going to go ahead and also hem that in between. So if I place my front panel on it, you can see what we're going to be having. This is what the logo is going to be. So the logo has to align at the center of the outfit itself, right? So I'm going to use an hemming gum to hold the label down also before stitching everything together. That's if you want to stitch it. But the logo most especially require stitch. But if you're using an original hemming gum, most often you might go away without having to stitch it. So let me go ahead, do the hemming, and this is going to be our final result. You can see that. You can see that the logo is holding very, very firm on the fabric. So far, all you have to do now is to cut out your back yoke. That's in case you want to cover the entire back. Or if you don't want to do, there's another technique in which you can use in order to do that without having to like cover the entire back yoke. So after, you can simply stitch the hemming gum. But if you use an original hemming gum, you don't have to stitch it, but just run a straight stitch all the way around and make sure you're using a matching thread. So that is all you have to do in order to do that. And after this, all you have to do is just to join your shoulder, and that is all about doing this design. It's as simple as possible. Just in case you want to learn more about how to do a senator outfit and you want to learn from the professional, you want to go further, my fashion school is now available at Tog Clothing, which is Tog Fashion Academy. I have accommodation and I also have the day where you can go and come to learn. So in case if you're interested, you can simply boss me up or call the number on the screen. So I'll be expecting you. And after this, that's it about the video. After this, I'm going to see you in the next video. I single-handedly picked these two videos on the screen for you guys to watch next. So go ahead, watch the video, subscribe if you're yet to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Smash the like button. Don't forget to do that. You should smash the like button. That's very important. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Do have a lovely rest of your day. Bye bye.